What's up, YouTube? It's Azaran here, and if you can't tell by the sad music, I have the replay for our ULC Season 5 matchup against Absolution. Let's just say we got absolutely throttled. So here's game 1 right here versus Eastnall. Eastnall carrying Steel and Yin carrying Fairy, which should be actually in his favor. But as you'll see, that's not what's not going to happen. Magnet Rise Shenanigans comes here. Scarf Extra Drill comes out. Switches into Celesteela. But this is where everything starts to go to shit, basically. Spikes are set up. Leeches happen. And now 3 layers of spikes are out. You may get the rocks and the cleft key is whittled. However, Tapu Koko comes out now. Eastnall makes a good play of Toxicking. That's a free superpower for Tapu Koko, supposedly, I guess. But then, Yin makes a great prediction. Tapu Koko into Celesteela. It makes another prediction here of HP firing, I guess. In this situation right here, though, the spikes are essential, I think. So I think Eastnall should have spun them away. And Yin should have gone into Mimikyu. Those were their best plays, in my opinion. But the spikes are here to stay, and Excadrill is not going to be able to come back in. So now, there's nothing outspeeding Tapu Koko, and he can just run train on the rest of this team. Yin sacks the Mimikyu here, breaks the disguise, goes for a Shadow Sneak. T-Bolt. T-Bolt to Spadeftran. That's good enough damage. Toxics, so he still has a few turns left. T-Bolt. Going to Magearna. Maybe wouldn't have knocked it out without the spikes. There's another T-Bolt. And now due to Sucker Punch's nerf, he gets one more T-Bolt, which opens the door for Magearna to finish this off. T-Bolt comes out, Flamethrower, Protect stalling, another T-Bolt to live. Flamethrower crit is needed here for a chance, but that won't happen. And that's a GG. That's the first game. Second game is another Steel versus Fairy matchup that we lost. Zugu leads off with Magnezone here. Togekiss. I think Flash Cannon was free, or even Volt Switch, but he decides to go to Heatran instead. Superpower does a shitload of damage. A shitload. Magearna comes out. Zugu predicts the prediction into Ferrothorn. And now, because of this, he can live one T-Bolt, as he does right here. Heavy Slam comes out and Magearna is gone. So, so far, not too bad. Here comes the beast, though, Tapu Koko. Protects. At this point, I think Zugu should have gone out to Ferrothorn. Even if he vaulted out, like, he would go to Tapu Bulu or Togekiss, and then you can go to your respective wall for that. Or at least sack Celesteela if it's Tapu Bulu. So, here we go, discharge and more spikes again. Tapu Bulu comes out, so now it's the freest of superpowers. I disagree that Ferrothorn was the sack, though, because he was needed to wall Tapu Koko, because Tapu Koko dominates Steel after an Excadrill is gone. So Metagross comes out. That should be a free kill for him. But no matter, because once again, the beast, the god, Tapu Koko comes out. And it's going to go like this again. Same old story. T-Bolt, 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 Shift Gear. So we have some hope here. He decides to go to Togekiss. He Floor Cannons. I feel like he should have gone for T-Bolt because he was going to lose anyway Because all Ferox had to do, I guess, is sack Togekiss, get the Aqua Jet off, and then if Magearna were to come back in, he would die to Spike, so then Tapu Koko can clean up at that point. So, either way, I guess it was a loss, but I don't know. Just looking back on it, hindsight is 2020. Roof Stall, basically, now can't even KO this thing. The only hope is for like some para hacks, but that's not gonna happen. He kills him with a Fire Blast, I must have skipped that. And yes, Togekiss is gonna go down, but then Tapu Koko will clean up this game. And that's the second game. So, it wasn't a very good showing on our part, I guess. We were all tired. Steel versus Fairy, Tapu Koko. Some weird Tapu Koko sets, I think. So now, we'll move on to my game right here. I decided to use Ghost because I remember that Apples was an electric player in ORAS. And he knew that I was an electric player, so I thought he was going to C-team me. So I decided to not go with my primary type. But nonetheless, I had many chances to win this game, and I never capitalized. So here we go. Sableye comes out, Metagross comes out. I predict the Heatran and go for the knockoff here. I predict his Fire, or his Bloom Doom, actually, because since I knocked off, he didn't lose his item, so I assumed he was a Z Crystal or whatever. Magma Storm here, good play. I mean, his only play at this point. He goes for the taunt. I can't Trick Room. Now I gotta spam Scald. Fish for a burn. Goes out to Magnezone. I get the burn. I really like that sadness and sorrow. Pardon me. He Flash Cannons. Now here I rocks, but in hindsight I should have killed this Magnezone. So then my Jellicent would have been even freer to sweep the rest of his team. So that's another misplay on my part. Magearna comes out. I get a Trick Room off. For some reason, I fear Flare Cannon knocking me out. I should have just recovered spam at this point. I Shadow Ball here. Should have realized he was sacking his Celesteela, and I was too much of a pussy to go for Fire Blast, so I Shadow Ball again. So then, I switch out. Heavy Slam comes out. He switches. I think I recover here. I go into Chandelure. Since the Celesteela was faster, I tried to bluff the Scarf. He wasn't having any of the bluff. Or he just didn't care that his Heatran got damaged. I Scald here. Probably should have Scalded again. I think I Trick Room instead. I could have probably knocked him out with a Scald. God, misplay after misplay. Sableye comes out. Heavy Slam. Recover up. I knock off. I knock off again. I just fear this Heatran way too much. I don't even know why. I guess I was afraid because then I would be able to spam Will-O-Wisp. But it wasn't as scary as I thought it would. Flare Cannon, that miss really didn't matter. I'm still sacking it. He's going to knock me out. I go into Delmice here. He's going to go into his Ferrothorn. I'm going to Anchor Shot to keep him in there so I can get the freest switch to Sableye. Go on and Sableye here. Stealth Rock comes up. Celesteela pops out again. I recover again. It's a little bit of a stally match, I guess. Not really stally, but it's a longer match than the previous two. I mean, the previous two were just clean sweeps by Tapu Koko. So this was a more interesting match. I Wisp here. I try to go for a knockoff here. Successful. Celesteela goes down. I'll recover twice. Celesteela goes down. Now he sends out Magearna again. Go into Jellicent here. I live the Flare Cannon. And that lets me go into Gorgai. So I think I had a way of turning it around here. Now that my Trick Room setter is in. I can now Trick Room and recover. I Trick Room here. I set this up here. I Wisp. And then the Wisp neutralizes leftovers, so I have to slowly peck him with Shadow Sneaks, which do 10%. So this is going to take a while, actually, on my end. He's going to power up just to get any extra damage off. Goes into Metagross, which is not really a problem for me under Trick Room, so I can wall him with the Will-O-Wisp. Let's look at this Ice Punch. It actually does nothing to me. So as long as I had Gourgeist out on the field, I could just keep triggering. I decided to predict, because I predicted he would switch, but I forgot that Ferrothorn is still slower in Trick Room than Jellicent, so I fucked up. Notice, though, how it was 13% on Jellicent. 13%. That's critical later. Power Whip. The same sequence goes again of Trick Room, Stalling, Synthesis, etc., etc. I'm whittling him a little bit. Goes into Magearna here to get off a Trick Room. I feel like this is a perfect opportunity, I guess, to Wisp. He knocks me out with the Flare Cannon. This is probably like Specs or Scarf or something. Yeah, it's probably Scarf because Magnezone looked to have Specs damage. So now here, I thought, oh, I'm slower, so I can go into Jellicent. But I didn't actually check whether it was 1/8 of my HP or was it just Showdown rounding. If I had checked, I could have figured that my play would have been to go to Delmice, Rapid Spin, and then go from there, and then find another opportunity. I would have probably sacked Delmice, or predicted the Ferrothorn to Rocks or something like that. It would have still been tough, but it would have made the battle winnable. So here I just outright sack the Jellicent, give him a Soul Heart boost, and that just ends the game at this point. I've got nothing left. I have no way to switch into Magearna. My only hope is for him to miss and I think stall it out because I got him down to like 2 PP of Flare Cannon. So we go to Sableye here. I try to stall a bit. I was thinking about PP stalling, but in the end, it would not be good in the long run for me. So we just go a sequence of recovering. I try to stall a little bit, faking out, and I even misplay and knock off. And the knockoff allows him to die to the burn. So then I get Flare Cannon, and it's a wrap. I am able to knock out the Magearna, I think. Yeah, but no matter. Magnezone or Metagross can easily knock me out. That's GG. So as you can see, not a very good first round for us, but we'll bounce back. Trying to test out some new things in the meta. I'm probably going to upload a live about it. So yeah, that's our week 1 match. Hopefully we do better next week. Later, guys. Peace.